Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you this look, just a little casual slay, casual beat, perfect for the office Christmas party because it can't just be me, but I turn up to work every day looking like absolute trash. So when it gets to the end of the year, the Christmas party, you gotta stun a little, let the colleagues know what's up. You gotta walk in there and be like, oh, this? Guys, come on, I look like this every day. You clearly just don't pay attention to me. So we got a nice little blue cut crease, and then I thought I would jazz things up a little bit with a nice sort of glitter liner, because nothing spells Christmas like glitter liner. But today I decided to go for chunky glitter. Something a little bit different. It's a little bit more translucent, so you can put like a nice color underneath like I've done. I've gone for like a nice copper. I think it's just a really nice, like, fun look that's really nice and glam for the Christmas party. You want everyone to remember you over the holidays. They don't forget who you are when you turn back in January looking like trash again. So this look is really fun and bright and colourful, but I will have to apologise in advance, guys, because for some reason my camera is just playing me today. She doesn't want to work properly, so everything I'm filming just looks really like desaturated and a little bit dull. I'm hoping that maybe in the editing process I can sort of fix a lot of that, but what I'm filming just isn't sort of translating to what it looks like in real life. So I'm really hoping that I can sort something out because I really love this look and I still wanted to, get on here and film this for you guys today. But for some reason, my camera is just deciding that she doesn't want to cooperate today. So it doesn't look as good as it should. But hopefully you're still going to get a general idea, and I'll try and take some bomb-ass pics for you guys so you can at least see it on my Instagram after. So yeah, unfortunately that is what we're dealing with today, but hopefully you're still going to stick around and stick with me through this journey. I feel like it's still going to be a fun one. We'll get the finished result in the end, so without any further ado, let's begin. I'm just starting off by priming my eyelids with concealer and leaving it unset. I'm taking this light blue transition shade on a more densely packed blending brush and packing that into my crease to map out the initial shape that I want my cut crease to be. I'm winging that out so it's a full cut crease. And then blending the edges out with a fluffier brush. For my main crease colour, I'm taking this dark greyish toned blue on a slightly flatter blending brush. I'm using a brush like this as this will give me slightly more precision and then make sure that my colours don't blend up too high and look messy. So I'm using that to reiterate the same shape that I just drew and deepen up the crease. Then going back in with the initial brush to blend that colour out. Now on that same flat blending brush I just used, I'm picking up the darkest navy blue shade from the Sleek Ultra Matte's version 2 palette, and I'm going to use that to add even more definition into the crease. I'm really trying to focus that on the front part, and I'm doing so by patting the colour on, ensuring that I get full pigmentation and making sure that I then have something to cut out, and then I'm focusing on blending out after. To actually cut the crease, I'm taking a lighter shade of the NYX HD Studio Concealer and I've mixed that with a tiny bit of the orange Corrector shade of the LA Girl ProConceal. I'm just doing that to warm up the concealer slightly so that it counteracts with the blue eyeshadow that I know is going to mix with the concealer and then can sort of make the lid colour look a bit dull as a result. So I've started right at the inner corner of my eye and following just slightly above my natural crease line. I'm following that rounded shape and dragging it all the way out to the outer corner of my eye to wing it out. And then I'm going to go back in afterwards to fix my lines, smooth them out, and constantly keep checking with my eye open to make sure that the cut crease can be seen with my eye fully open, and then I'll fill in the lid after. Always make sure that your lines are perfected first and then focus on filling it in because you don't want to fill up your eyelid with too much concealer because that's when it starts to crease. To ensure longevity and make sure that nothing creases, I like to set my eyelid with face powder first and then I go back in with the eyeshadow in the colour that I want. I feel like setting with eyeshadow by itself doesn't keep the concealer in place as long, but I do still like to use a colourful eyeshadow because it counteracts the blue that's on the lid a little bit. And then I just use a small applicator to get right up next to the crease and make sure that that line is really sharp and everything's set. So I've added some tape to the outer corner of my eyelid and I'm going to use that as a guide. I'm taking this bronze eye pencil. I'm just going to really messily draw in the shape of a wing liner. This by no means has to be perfect. Then setting that in place with a copper eyeshadow on an angled brush. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect in any way. This is just to ensure that the pencil doesn't crease and is nicely set in place as well. And once that's all on, I'm going to take that same brush and wiggle over the edges to really blend them out. I feel as though a blended out liner looks nicer with chunky glitter because you're not going to get a really precise line with it anyway as you would with a fine glitter, so it looks more cohesive. I'm then going over the top of my wing with the Model's Own glitter glue, and then I'm going to take this Pick and Mix glitter from Barry M, which is actually meant to be body glitter, but I'm just using that and pressing that all over the wing. Not really too bothered about doing this neatly at all. That is what we've got the tape there for. As soon as we take it off, we'll have that nice sharp line. Just get the glitter on. So then to sort of fill in the gaps between the big chunks, I'm taking this sort of iridescent silvery gold glitter and just pressing that all over the top. It's just going to make the wing look like one nice solid block of glitter. Now remove the tape to reveal your perfect wing, and then I like to fold it back on itself and use the stickiness just to remove the chunks of glitter that have fallen out onto my face. Speaking of the face, let's sort her out. I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Base and applying that to the oilier and more porous parts of my face, so my forehead and through my T-zone on my cheeks. And then I'm taking a mix of the NYX Angel Veil Primer with the Inglot Duraline and pressing that all over the rest of my face with my sponge. Now, I don't like to wear foundation, but I'm still trying to look beat, so I'm taking these 3 shades of the Makeup Revolution concealer and applying them basically where I feel I need the coverage most, which is essentially under my eyes and on my cheek area. I like to use this technique because I feel like the concealer has really nice coverage, is really good at controlling oil, so I don't have to use a lot of it, and just using it on those areas that I need and only using face powder everywhere else really helps to keep my oils at bay. So I'm just blending out the concealer under the eyes, and then after that I'm going to add a little bit more of the NYX HD Studio concealer just because I felt as though I had some dark circles under my eyes that weren't properly covered up, so I just wanted a little bit extra coverage. Now our oils have not been invited to the party, so we don't want them making an appearance, meaning that we are going to need to bake this face. I'm about to use so much setting powder. I know it's going to look crazy, but it's for a good cause. I'm just putting hella powder all over my face with my sponge. I'm going to let that sit while I quickly fill in my brows with some brow powder. I know they look like super harsh, like Sharpie brows against this like pure white face powder, but it's gonna look okay. Trust me. Then I'm just setting them in place with a little bit of brow gel. This is the one from Maybelline that has the extra fibers in it, so it makes your brows look really nice and fluffy without having to do much work. So I'm taking this pencil from Makeup Revolution. It's sort of like a dupe for the Benefit brown one. It's like the clicky one. I'm just using that to quickly draw in my lower lash line, and then I'm going to set that with a really nice warm toned matte eyeshadow just all up in there and winging it out slightly parallel to the wing as well. That warm tone shadow is going to play off really nicely the copper in the wing and then also sort of counteract the cool tone of the blue crease. So I've just added a little bit of liner onto my upper lash line just for my lash band to sit on, and then I'm taking the blue shade from the Anastasia Glow Kit on my inner corner, and then I'm going to brush away my bake with the Antipodes Nature Skin Brightening Powder. So this has a nice bit of a shimmer to it, so even though our face is baked and she is not about to get oily, she's still going to have that nice healthy glow, and then a little bit of Milani face powder just to bring some colour back into my skin. And obviously more powder is always better at keeping oils at bay. Just relocating my cheekbones and forehead and chin with a little bit of powder contour. They did get a little bit lost under all that powder. I felt bad for them. And it would not be a party without a glow. Again, I'm using a really nice sort of coppery warm toned highlight to counteract with the wing and the nice warm toned shadow on the lower lash line. So I decided to show putting my lashes on camera today because for once they decided that they didn't want to play me. So that's good. Or maybe I actually let the glue get tacky for long enough and didn't rush straight into it. We don't know. For lips, I'm starting off with this really nice matte nudie pink lipstick, not applying it perfectly, just putting some on straight from the tube and then blending the edges out with my finger. That's just going to act as a base for this really nice duochrome gloss, which reflects pink and purple, which matches really nicely with the iridescent finish of the glitter wing. So that is it for the finished look, guys. I'm really upset that my camera is playing me today because this look is so like nice and bright and glittery and really fun, and the camera's really not picking up on all of that. It's just making it look really grey, really desaturated, really boring, which really upsets me. I'm really trying to play with the settings and see what I can do about it. Maybe if I turn the brightness down, see if that works. No, that didn't really make any sort of a difference. Either way, I hope you can still sort of get a general gist of what I was trying to achieve here. The pictures I have are going to be a lot better, so if you want to go over onto my Instagram to check those out, those are going to be better. I will leave all of my social media links down below. You can go have a look there. But even still, I hope you learned, you know, a nice cool technique. You know, like chunky glitter liner is always a little bit fun. It's not so like precise as using fine glitter, so I feel like it's a little bit easier, a little bit more beginner friendly, and the effect is really nice. So yeah, let me just end this video here before my camera just completely packs in on me and all of this would have been for nothing. Let me just say I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know by leaving a comment down below, liking this video, pressing the subscribe button and the little bell. This is not a bell shape, but you know, that's what I was going for. Just so that you're notified and you do not miss any future uploads. I will see you next time, guys.